FII's last net bought on 26 September. So it's been nearly 45 to 50 days since FII's bought net anything in cash. Today's nugget is about Asian Paints. The results were beaten down as usual. Is Asian Paints actually under threat from especially Birla Opus? I'll also talk about what existing shareholders could do, or if you want to make a new purchase. This is only for educational purpose, and I'll also talk about my holdings, my decision. Hi everyone, welcome to the update of 11/11. Now consumption is in general looking weak. This is edible consumption, this is non-edible consumption, this is auto. Only Page Industries is in the green zone right now. Until about a month back we were gloating with India's story, resilience, DIIs, retail. Neither buyers in stock market nor in the retail market. And we have only two people to blame. One is FIIs and second is Donald Trump, because of which the American economy is becoming stronger, and that is why we are becoming relatively weaker suddenly. Broader markets were still not good today. About 10 stocks were good, and I'll show you in data why I say that. The broader market was sulking. There were no buyers. The sellers are also now refusing to sell solo in general. So today Nifty 20 stocks were up. TCS, Infosys, HCL Tech, they were the best gainers in the top 5. Power Grid was there, HDFC Bank was there, Wipro, Tech Mahindra. The IT pack was on fire today. In fact, Wipro made a new high today. And Nifty today had a tremendous pressure to go down also. Look at Asian Paints, 375%. That's the pull of Asian Paints. Look at the push of Tata Consultancy, 322%. Now the reason why these numbers are exceptionally high today is there was no action in between. Nothing, no buy sell, literally. Look at the volumes. Next 50 had more greens than last week Friday. But these numbers are minuscule, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 kinds. Power Finance up 7%, Zomato 4%, Info Edge 4%, JSW, Bajaj Holdings. What was pulling Nifty next 50 down? Adani Pack, Energy Green, Godrej Consumer down, Jindal Steel, Siemens. Now Nifty may not have gone anywhere. That's only because IT's bar was very high. The graph actually looks in favor of bears. Holding companies led by Bajaj Holdings. That's the benefit of all the profit that has been booked, all the new companies that have got listed. Everything culminated in this quarter for Bajaj Holdings. Diversified retail trend is back, software, specialty retailers. This graph right now is sorted by percentage change for the day. The biggest pull came from chemicals, of course, that's Asian Paints. 15 sectors were up only out of 36. That is why I was saying broader markets were not good. Adani Enterprises continues to be at the top. That's the gains made for investors. Now we have hotels at number 2. So Nifty did not go anywhere. Bank Nifty was up, but look at the falls at the bottom. L&T, Sun Pharma, Bajaj Finance, NTPC, even Reliance 1% down. Nifty also peaked around midday and then came down a bit. That is the time when Reliance also came down. Even HDFC Bank corrected a bit. Only Kotak Mahindra in slight red. Otherwise, the Bank Nifty was looking fantastic today. The only thing is volumes were not high. See, the picture changes suddenly as we go down in private banks. The top banks were looking good. This is fine. The bottom tier was sulking. Federal Bank is super strong right now. Look at the distance from 52-week highs. Even in the middle tier. PSU banks, only SBI and Indian Bank, they are in the green zone right now. Banks are looking to be the next candidate to be in trouble. Maybe another quarter. Investing pack today started strong. Nippon AMC, that came down. Motilal Oswal, that came down. People just booked profits and came out of investment banking. That is perhaps where some money was there for mid to long term investors. Complete red. Only CAMS was a bit green. And the distance from 52-week low is pretty good. Now, I've been talking about PFC and REC for a while, just that market conditions were not letting them go up. But today PFC opened gap up. That's the result impact. Stayed up a little, cooled down towards the end, but it was up nearly 8.5% for most part of the day. If markets remain up, this stock is heading towards 500 plus zone soon. I've just retained the lines for PFC. REC went the same way. However, REC came down. The volumes were getting higher towards the end of the day, which means that REC could make up for the lost ground tomorrow. And everything is green when it comes to IT. Look at the percentages, and the distance from 52-week low is pretty good. Metals are again looking very weak. Vedanta's dividend yield is now above 10. Reliance and ONGC both cracked today. Only BPCL was up a bit. Dividend yield of IOC is getting better and better. The question is, will they give dividend? Vari and Premier continue to crack. This is anticipation, that too in January second half. 1,20,000 crore company, are they just dependent upon a president's policies in the United States? Such a fragile business model. Edible consumption all red, nothing on low volumes, people are exiting. Gillette had low volumes, otherwise the non-edible consumption pack as well looking really weak. We have 4 red entries now because PN Gadgil also is in red. Nifty did not do anything. Bank Nifty 0.6% on a day like today. That is because HDFC, ICICI, SBI, all three were up. Look at the gains or the trend in SBI after the results. TCS, 4 straight days of gains. IT is suddenly looking strong. Story of the day or the week is Bitcoin, 82,000. In 1 month, 33% up. That's not a small company. That is $1.7 trillion in market cap. See here, only Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Alphabet and Amazon, they are bigger than the market cap of Bitcoin right now. Now rupee nosedive to a record low 84.4. There are bunch of QIPs, Walkhardt's QIP bids dominated by mutual funds. CG Power is coming up with QIP. Most companies are getting money from outside at a cheaper rate. Who will banks lend to? Consumption is already low. Autos are not selling. Houses will be next. We might see bad data any day now. Banks make money when they lend money, not when they take money from us on FD, current account, saving account. That is a liability for banks. The assets are the loans. Now this is something which I expect TCS and Infosys. In fact, I wonder when they will acquire a large company with the huge cash pile they have and the amount of cash flow they generate every quarter. L&T Tech acquires a good sized company, $110 million. Britannia results tad lower than markets expected. Lot lower, that was the stock price than the opening price, about 5% down. My trades for the day, I bought some Motilal Oswal, but as soon as I bought it, it fell about 30 rupees. Now one thought I am contemplating right now is to move out of equity for some time. So you might see me exiting some stocks that I even bought for long term, mentioning this in advance so that in case some of you have also used those patterns to buy sell, then you should not feel bad that I exited after you bought. Also, these videos are only for educational purpose, not investment advices. Asian Paints was the tanking of 8%. Let's start with my favorite section, the shareholding pattern. Promoter holding unchanged. FIIs have increased their stake in September quarter. DIIs also, last 2 quarters, they have increased their stake. Who is selling? Public was buying when Asian Paints was going up. They are selling when Asian Paints is going down. Today, most retail would have sold when it hit a 52-week low. And then retail complains that the portfolio is red. Quarterly results. This is the number which spooked the market. Year on year sales growth is negative, 5% down. First of all, let me clear a misconception that September or Q2 is the best quarter for Asian Paints. Sales number wise, September 7,000, 8,500, which is 8,500, 8,400, 8,600, 8,400, 9,100, 8,000 here. This number should be higher in December. General expectation is people get their house painted before Diwali. As a result, Q2 is the best quarter before Diwali. Now, one of the factors, material cost, 59%. Asian Paints is not just a domestic paint manufacturer now. The overall spectrum has increased in size and it is also an international company. These are consolidated results. The expenses have gone down approximately 500 crore for a sales dip around 900 crores. Employee cost more or less same. Now operating margin is a little lower. In fact, it is one of the lowest since September of 2021. Now, interestingly, this OPM was lower. September 2022 OPM was lower. September 2023 also compared with its neighbor was lower. So September OPM is usually lower for this company. The tax paid is 28%, which is the highest in this entire zone. So this number for some reason is kept low. EPS for September is generally low only. Here it is 6, it is 10 here. Here it is 8, here it is 11, here it is 12, it is 15. This will probably be something like 10, 12 at least next quarter, mostly going by purely the trend. Now I'll tell you some very interesting things in the balance sheet part. Trade receivables around 4,700 crores. The outstanding part around 4,200 crore, 200 crore, 44, which is more or less equating with this number. This inventory part is pure profit literally because it is already manufactured and it will just be sold in the coming quarter. This was high in the previous quarter also. In March, it was low. So in the next 2 quarters, around 800 to 900 crores of this will transfer to profit column. Paint is ready because Q3 is the best. These are the boxes or the machines required to manufacture paint these days. Whatever color you choose, that is configured in this machine using this control panel, which is the screen here. In your opinion, you might have visited hardware shops many times. How many such machines can a hardware shop keep in their premise, even if this machine is free? Most shops can barely squeeze in one machine. Most shops are small. Real estate is costly. So the option shopkeepers have is add 2 machines like this. Some big guys may be able to keep it, but they already have Asian Paints and probably Berger lying in their shop. So they will have to throw away Asian Paints and or Berger to accommodate the new Birla Opus machine. How many of them will do it just because Birla Opus is saying we'll give you 10, 15, 20% discount for now, because in future the discount will go. Everyone knows that this discount will last 1 year, 2 years. Will people jeopardize their relationship of decades with Asian Paints? What all Birla Group companies you know are doing fantastic right now in the country? The best in their league, where you can really recall that this is a Birla company. I don't think you recalled even a single name. So that's brand value. Asian Paints is international. It is present in about 60 countries, I believe. And it is lot more than paints. It sells hardware, it sells fans, it sells furniture. Also, if you are thinking of buying or selling this stock, I would say first become a customer and try and convince yourself to buy Birla Opus for your home if you are planning to get painted. I tried their website. They are saying they are not present in Hyderabad yet. They will be available in my city soon. Hyderabad is the 4th largest city in India. They are not even present here online. Now tell me one thing, what is your opinion on rainfall this year? Has that been higher or lower in Q2? I believe the answer for most of you would be high. Now if it is raining, if the walls are damp, would you get your houses painted? I don't think so. Q2 numbers are weak because of rains and consumption being low in general. This reflects in Berger also. This will reflect with Birla Opus also. In fact, for them it is even worse because A, they are putting money from their pocket to set up business. B, the demand is low for various factors. Now because of the aura of competition eating their share, Asian Paints has been coming down in general in terms of their PE ratio. Their PE right now around 48 is the lowest. Even around pandemic it was not that low. This is the cheapest the stock has been. Do we have a worry with EPS? This is EPS around pandemic. This is where EPS is right now. Including this quarter's result, we are around 50 in terms of TTM EPS. This will easily get to 70, 80 very soon. This is a 1-year graph for Asian Paints. This is below 200 DMA now. These are absurdly silly oversold zones. Next 2-3 quarters probably may not be that great because consumption will be low. That is not Birla Opus. Birla Opus also will suffer. Berger will also suffer. The smaller companies actually will suffer more. I will continue to hold for now as an existing investor. I will probably not add more because I am anticipating a big fall in the market at some point of time. I don't know when. So I have my 5 units invested. Most stocks I am trying to get at 5 unit or lower right now. If you are a new investor, don't buy in bulk. You could definitely buy this stock. It is not going anywhere. Berger, which has been around for decades, that has not been able to shake Asian Paints for so long. And Birla Opus has to fight Berger also. And Asian Paints in any case has been diversifying because it has a huge cash flow. They are still profitable. It will be difficult for others to catch up as a entity with them because other people, Birla Opus, let them first establish in paints. This stock is not going anywhere. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.